KC Nick's PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Pretty sure, hadn't done a whole lot of investigation, but I may be the only person in the United States of America that has a Kinny and Kayla t-shirt. So I've chosen this week to single out a couple of people that I've met over the last couple of years in the car business and use them to help the people watching this understand there are multiple pathways to be successful in the car business. I want to start with Kenny Landrum. Kenny Landrum works at Toyota Bowling Green in the Cincinnati region. Many, many years ago, Kenny came to a seminar, and he told me during the seminar, at the end of the seminar, he wanted to stay after and talk about some strategy. And he told me that we'd met before, and to be honest with you, I didn't remember the meeting. He was struggling in the car business, and I'm going to tell you exactly why he was struggling in the car business. Kenny Landrum was selling cars. And people have a choice. Sometimes people are buying price. Some people aren't educated enough. Sometimes we don't do a good job. Sometimes they're not ready to buy. Who knows what the answer is? But he was struggling in the car business to the point where he got out of the car business and got into the insurance business. So this meeting between KC and Kenny happened after he got back into the car business. Again, he wasn't at the level that he wanted to be for his family. So he wanted to talk about it at the end of the class, and I really enjoy that. I mean, it doesn't matter where I have to go the next day and how long it's going to take me to get there. To be honest with you, the after the session meetings are always the most fulfilling. And he told me he wanted to try social media. After spending a few minutes with him and talking to him after everybody left, I realized that he was a wonderful man. This guy is a wonderful guy. He's a great sales guy now. He's a great representative for Toyota and Toyota Bowling Green. But more than that, he is a phenomenal human. And that's the first thing you notice when you talk to Kenny, that he's a real person. And we talked about what he should do. I hooked him up with Laura Madison, and you guys followed me for a while. You know how I feel about Laura. And Laura and Kenny became friends, and Laura had already kind of pioneered this social media stuff. I mean, she was the pioneer. There were some people out there dabbling in it, but Laura Madison took it to the next level, a la where her career is right now. They became good friends. Kenny went to a local radio station and basically with his own money bought the Drive DJ, and they would do a weekly show called the Kenny Landrum Show. He did a child seat deal to give child seats to people that didn't have enough money to afford one. Using the fire department, people would come to a parking lot, they would inspect their child seats. So he immersed himself into the community and into selling Kenny. So he went away from selling cars and he started selling Kenny. And I'm going to tell you something, at that point in time, this man's career went to the next level. And one of the reasons I chose this week, because I saw a live feed from him this week on Facebook. He went into his customer's Facebook account, and he was out there delivering the car. And when Kenny delivers a car, it's a show. It's the greatest show on earth. It's an epic production. Don't even think about Hollywood. Think about Kenny Landrum, because Kenny's going to have a good time with the customer. The customer finds out, yeah, I got a great car, I got a great deal, bought from a great dealership and a great guy, but more importantly, I had a good time. So he's interviewing this girl, and he's got her on Facebook Live, and obviously she wasn't on there very often. And within a couple of seconds, 30 of her friends were on there talking about the car, talking about her, talking about Kenny, and I was thinking, like, are you kidding me? I can ask for a referral and tell somebody I'm going to pay you $100, if your friend comes in and buys a car from me, or I can put you on Facebook Live and have 30 of your friends commenting, going over the top about how awesome this is. So what a heads up. What a heads up. Utilizing the tools of 2019 and 2020, the way people communicate, the way people tell their story, and just folding it right into an average car sale. Kenny Landrum, you're a champion of champions, sir, and you're an inspiration to all the salespeople out there that right now are struggling and thinking about staying in or getting out of the car business. You got Kinny Landrum, Landrum, Kenny Landrum. Type it in. Type it in on any social media format and watch his name, watch his photos, watch his videos come up. I got to tell you, if you can find a salesperson that easy, you're going to do business with them. The second person I'll talk about today her name is Kayla Kitchens. And Kayla attended a seminar not too long ago. And there is a lot of, there's a lot of counsel that can be done here when we're talking about used cars and Toyota certified pre-owned used vehicles. For all of you guys that are studying the market this year, you know the new car number is going to be down a little bit. We got manufacturers getting out of the car business, so they're not going to sell passenger cars anymore. And interest rates are going up, so it's going to create a little turmoil in the new car side. Everybody knows it. Nobody wants to be prepared for it, but numbers are going to be down, and some manufacturers are really going to suffer. But the used car business is going to go through the roof this year, 44 to 46 million estimates. And if they're not going to buy a newer used car, they're going to increase their service expenditure because interest rates are going up, they're going to keep their car for a couple more years. So if you've been in the car business long enough, you can see this trend. So Toyota has a program, which I believe it's the best in the nation, Toyota Certified Pre-Owned Used Vehicle. And the dealers pay a fee to be able to buy the whole package to be able to give to your customers, and it's a tremendous deal. But some of the dealers out there believe that if you put a sticker on a car and you say the word certified, that the car should immediately bring another $1,000 or $2,000 worth of profitability. But all of us watching this video right now knows you only get what you give. You're only going to reap the benefit of the effort you put into the front. So I had a seminar, and Kayla was sent over to the dealership, and I don't even know how it happened. It was probably check this guy out, see what he says, see if you can go there, and see if you could pick anything up out of the seminar. So she gets there, and she doesn't overload her boat. She says, wow, if we take and put a vehicle in the showroom, dress it up, put some ropes around it so people will see it, make it a visual piece, maybe put it in the old Scion area, and really have something to say about our dealership, Toyota Nashua, in the Boston region, and we can say this is how we do a certified car, and all customers get a presentation off of that static display that's in the showroom. So she felt like that was one of the things that they could do just like this as she went back to the store. So she went back to the store, super excited about the opportunity to help the sales staff have an easier job explaining the program, and she built the display. Immediately after building the display, on the first day, 2 vehicles were delivered off the display. Last week, I was up in the Boston region. I got to see her. I was doing a presentation at a dealership. I had the magnets on the car. Their showroom really didn't have a place to do training inside, so we did training in the active service drive. We're out there doing a walk around, customers are coming in, customers in their cars watching, some of the sales guys and the internet professionals almost got run over as people were pulling in and pulling out. And one of the salespeople walked over and tapped me on the shoulder about 10 minutes before I was finished with the physical part of the presentation. And he said, hey Casey, how much longer is it going to be? And I said, about 10 minutes, what's up? He goes, my customer over there watching you do this walk around, he just bought the 4Runner. So crazy, right after the presentation was over, salesperson taking the magnets off the car because the car was sold. So I'm going to give credit back to Kayla. She took one thing, she went back and convinced the management of the dealership that this one thing would make a difference, and it's made a difference. Let me tell you how much difference it's made with their attitude change in the store. They went from selling a few certified cars to being the #1 TCUV dealership in the Boston region. So today's PK52, the Saturday morning meeting, is about the single effort of one person and how it can change your outcome. Back to Kinny. Kinny quit selling cars and started selling Kinny. The moment that Kinny Landrum started selling Kinny Landrum, everything changed for him financially. Plus, he has joy when he sells a car. Please watch his videos. His customers are beside themselves with the joy of buying a car. It's exactly where you want to be in every time. And a shout out to Kayla. She's in her 20s. She is over the top, one of the most positive people I've met over the last couple of years. Really good to be in a room with her because she's always going to find something positive. Now, not all of us are like that, but she is. She posted up last week that she had a minor stroke. She said, how does a woman in her 20s have a stroke? So y'all put her into prayers, be thinking about her. She has recovered. She's doing well. But you know, the stress of the car business and the stress of taking care of other people, it's bigger than a lot of people know. And I know I've got a lot of people from Toyota Motor North America watching here. And I know that you guys are the parent company, and I know what you want these dealers to do. But sometimes we need to step back and reflect how hard this job really is, and how much effort and how much of your life you have to dump into this job to even be average, to be semi-successful. And the people like Jerry that I posted up on Facebook from Lansing last week, from Spartan Toyota. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that video, because I got to tell you, there may not be anybody better in the country at representing the product than Jerry. You guys are awesome. Some of you just don't know how awesome you are yet. I got your back. You can find me anytime you need me. Make this the best year in the history of the car business. We've got manufacturers getting out of the car business because it's too hard to sell passenger cars. Let's, at Toyota, show somebody how easy it is to buy and stay with the Toyota brand. PK52. Kinny and Kayla episode of the Saturday morning meeting. I hope this was awesome.